shot at it?
So it's an amazing track. Brand new. Arroyo Seco Motorsports Association, ASMA, that we're racing with here, was the first organization to race this track last September. So it's what, March? So we're not even a year into it. Beautiful track, built to FIM standards, can handle even F1 cars. So it's a very forgiving track. Because it can handle F1 cars, it's really, really fast, and there's a lot of room in the turns, which is super important for amateurs like myself that sometimes don't hit the turn exactly how we're supposed to. Smaller tracks, of course, you make the turn or you don't, and if you don't, then it's bad news. With here, it's very forgiving, and it's very fast too, so even if you do make a mistake, there's plenty of room to correct it and then get right back on the throttle and take off. I love it.
What do you think about it, Ryan?
Well, I enjoy it a lot. It's not as technical as the track we're normally going to at Arroyo, but as he's saying, it's very fast, long sweeps, a couple of hard brakes points that you gotta be vigilant on your braking, and yeah, it's just super fun track, high speed, and a little windy today, but I actually felt a gust of wind on one of those short straights, and it affected my brake point. But I mean, what can you expect? It's always going to be wind conditions, and gotta adjust.
And you came out on the CBR 600,
Yes.
and Amos is on the ZX10R.
Yep.
How do you guys feel about the 1000 and 600? Do you, Amos, do you think that the 1000 is good for this track, or would you prefer?
Oh, very.
Okay.
Very. So at our home track at Arroyo, you could get the 1000s into 6th on the back straight, and the expert class does. But for amateurs like me, if I shifted all the way into 6th, it would just be for a mental thing like, oh, I got into 6th. I'm not using all of those gears. To where here, you actually are using every single one of them. Like you're full throttle, full RPMs, all the way in 6th before you cross the start finish. And then it gives you plenty of room to slow down, short or downshift down into about 3rd, and then the hairpin. Which again, back to what I was saying earlier, this track is great for it. So the built ZX10R can go full throttle, full gear, all the way down to back straight, and still have enough room to brake, shift, and turn into the hairpin without really any issue. So
I see. Are you running the same gearing as you normally do, or did you change it up for this?
no, I left it. I'm doing a 42-16.
Okay.
So it's still geared for Arroyo for the shorter track. But that's also the ZX10 has so much power that kind of gearing is only going to really make a difference to the expert class. Like for me, it's just fast as fast. Like it does.
What about you,
Getting
Ryan?
the
How
best.
you feeling on the 600?
Out here, I did make a gear change. That Tebow got some intel from another rider that's on a 600, and I actually don't think I'm too pleased with it. I feel like I'm dragging out in some of the short straights, and might change it right now during lunch to I think I'm at a 15. I'm at a 16. I'm gonna probably put it back down to a 15. But yeah, I feel like I'm dragging on some of my drive because we changed the gearing to accommodate for the bigger track, longer straights, but I still feel like I need to put it down because even Arroyo, I'm at a 14.46. So here I'm at 16.44. So see how it does.
The gearing is super important. So, you know, your engine can go fast, your brakes can stop you when you're going fast, and all that other stuff. But last year in September, I was on a GSXR 750. That was geared specifically for a short track like Arroyo. So what happens was, I was making a lot of passes in the S's, and then we would get to the straight. I would redline in 6th, meaning, of course, there's nothing left, and just get blown by on the straight every time because my gearing was wrong. My gearing was set up for sprinting and not for really this long straightaway. So it was a whole bunch of work, curve, 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 pass, 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 come around on that final corner, and then red line, 6th gear, I'm basically standing still, and every bike would just do right by me. And I would have to do it all over. It was exhausting, all because of a poor gearing choice.